We talked about Bakasana today for me, and my biggest fear was falling on my face when you're kind of at that point of teetering where you need to be in order to get the pose. And Laurel suggested that I actually start with my face on the ground on a blanket and
your head, not your
head.
face.
Face plant was what I was afraid of, to the blanket and actually working the pose backwards, which was actually really fun, and I'm way less afraid of that pose now.
I did. I always thought I had a sciatic injury, but I've learned I have an SI injury.
I would get into warrior and then work towards having my hips straight, and like that's the goal, is to try to have them straight, but that was always causing low back pain, and if I start with hips straight and focus on keeping them straight from the start, then the pain wouldn't be there.
With the jump through, I did always think that just try to get my hips through, and I didn't realize that you actually have to get your hips up in the beginning in order to get your feet through. There's a little click of in my body, like the steps that need to happen. So
I had a breakthrough with dancer. I previously was having pain in one of my knees, but I've learned that I was drawing from the wrong places, so I need to make sure that I access certain muscle groups.
The first time that I actually had that moment of being a little weightless in it, it was very brief and very transient, but it's the first time I felt that my hips are up. It's like, oh! And then it was so different. It's so different than everything I've done